Hello, it's Caroline at For the Love of Crochet. So today you're in for a treat. It's a very long video. Prepare to get, what is that? Prepare to get inspired and, make you want to crochet some of these things. So this is my list of things that I wanted to crochet this fall, and some of them that I have completed. So here we go. And I'm so sorry I haven't been with you in a long time. A lot has happened. I became a Mima and I got a new puppy. Adopted a new dog. So it's been lovely and busy, and of course the season is crazy. But here we go, let's go. So this first project is one that I have not started yet, but however, look at this gorgeous wreath. So this wreath is something that I have wanted to make for some time. I think I've had it since last fall. I really wanted to make it when another crocheter was doing wreaths for every season, and this was one that I wanted to join in on. That menopause beast likes to visit and just create chaos. So I didn't get to be a part of the crochet along, but this wreath is gorgeous. I mean, can you imagine? I was thinking, is this could also fit for Christmas. So a lot of these projects can actually be transitioned for a Christmas pattern. So this is one. This could very easily be a Santa Claus hat with a pom-pom, and a mouse is perfect. Not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse, so it just fits in perfectly. And yeah, you could make the leaves for the Santa snow for the Santa, and I don't think anyone would know anything different because they would all be in white. So I think it'd be cute. And if you didn't want to crochet, you could just make some V's in the shape of, well, you know what you could do. That furry yarn, like that furry, fluffy yarn. That would be perfect for this. Giving some ideas. Okay, so this was one thing I did not get to, but it's just gorgeous. And I would love to also put a sign on this for fall and say, family welcome or something. Because I get so many solicitors and it's just funny. Everyone has a welcome sign. I have a thing for that. You are not welcome. No, don't knock on my door. Oh well. Okay. No time for being cranky this season. Okay, next up is by my good friend Craftably Ever After. Now, I actually did not even know I had this pattern. This is Greta the Halloween cat. Now, what's cool about this pattern is this is one that I made. She came out so adorable, and it just so happened that I actually had those same colors that she had. And I loved the design for the cattail. This was just perfect. Now I used a 3-weight cotton for this, and it's very soft. So cute. Now I did not embroider my eyes. I bought these felt eyes and I just glued them on because I couldn't embroider black eyes on a black cat, so I needed something that would stand out. And so instead of trying to embroider, I decided to go with the felt eyes, and she just came out so cute. Now what's cool about her pattern is it's a bundle. You not only get a cat pattern, you get a bunny and a bear, and you could definitely change the colors on this and switch out. Like this little girl has a pumpkin and these purple and green colors, but you could very easily switch these to the other two patterns, the bunny and the bear. So you could you can switch around the colors. So the cat could also wear the Christmas dress and hat. So I think it's so cool. So you get 3 patterns in this one, and you get to switch them up for the seasons. So while this is my fall, I did not know I had this pattern, and when I was trying to find all my fall things, I found this and I was like, oh my goodness, this is perfect. perfect. I loved making this, and I love this pattern, and like I said, the tail is perfect, perfect, perfect. She's a good designer. All right, so that is my cat, Greta, the Halloween cat. Now, third on this list was my pizza sweater. Now, this is one that I have already crocheted, and I'll put up a picture here of me wearing it. I also made a video of when I made this, and I used Lion brand. Oh, I don't remember the name of that, but I'll link the video down below. I love the sweater, and ever since fall hit like 2 weeks ago, I've been trying to wear it as much as possible and showing it off, and it's so comfortable and so cool, and I love it. So that is by the way, if you are getting inspired and want to make any of these, I will have all the links down below. No need to write them down, just click away. But this Pizza My Heart sweater is by Eclair Makery, and she did a fantastic, this is so easy. This pattern is so easy. So if you've never done, the heart, I'm telling you, that was so easy, but I did use little, like wound up bobbins to make it easier instead of having big balls of yarn when I switched around. Even though it's really small, it's going to be so easy. All right, so give it a try if you like this. Oh, you know what I forgot to mention though, is that she has not just pepperoni, she has veggie style ham, Hawaiian style, any style pizza you like. She has a diagram for it. So I did the pepperoni because that's the easiest and I wanted that. Next up is the very popular hexagon cardigan, the Hexie Cardi. I finally joined the party for this. Now, I did make a quick video, but I don't think I did a very good job of talking about it. But here's the video, and then I will come back to you to see if there's anything I forgot. So this is the Hexie Cardi. I actually ran out of this yarn. This is made with the Caron 1 pound. It had those beautiful jewel tones. I made this for a friend, but what I wanted to say is that all the tutorials that I found, I did not find one that fit all the criteria that I wanted it to fit. So you customize it to how you want it to be. And I did know that I didn't want it to have those big hanging bell sleeves where it would snag on everything. So I lowered my hook significantly by 2, and I decreased every other stitch so that this would be much narrower. And then I made the in the back loop, single crochet in the back loop all the way around to give it this nice cuff. And I did the same on this side, of course. The other thing that I did not like, one of the tutorials I was doing was having me transition. So you go this way around the hexagon, and then when you chain 2, you go around the other way, then this way, then that way. And that just put me at a weird way to construct it, the way that I wanted to. I thought it was going to be a good way for me, but it didn't work out. So I stopped that, and then to extend the sleeves, I just kind of went with it and then started decreasing. But like I said, with the cuff part, I wanted to get very narrow. But on the bottom here, to make the back and the front cover so that it wasn't, so you need to extend it unless you're going to make it super big. You need to extend it a lot. And so what I did is, instead of, when they were still hexagons, I increased on 3 sides constantly, and I would go back and forth until I got it fit across my back and it could fit across the front. That probably doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know how else to explain it, but I could do a little diagram because the tutorials that I saw, I just did not like them. I think Passionate Kelsey had most of what I wanted, and so I used hers for the sleeve, but of course I did mine even more. This is one of those sweaters that you can customize it to however you see fit. But I did make a mistake because, you have to do a little math. Like you have to, somebody else, oh gosh, I don't know, this. I used the 1 pound and I needed 2 skeins. This is also a perfect sweater to use up those big 1 pound yarns. Karen 1 pound. This took up almost 2 skeins. I think I had a little bit left of the white one, but I used the turquoise. I finished it because it wasn't a full skein. It was mostly full, but I had used it for something else. So this is going to be for a friend. This is one of the things that I had on my things to crochet this fall, and I'm so happy I got to it. My inspiration was my friend. I wanted to give her some comfort. So here it is. Thank you so much. I hope you guys like it. Let me know if you like it. I'll try to write down more details. So I was trying to describe how I was increasing on the back, the front, and the bottom. So the 2 sides that connected the sleeves, I left those alone. And you could put a stitch marker on there like, hey, don't crochet this part. And definitely put a stitch marker to signify that you increase one side on the left and one side on the right when you're making them, so that when you bring those 2 backs together, they are, because I made the mistake of increasing on the same side, so I had to undo it, which was fine. It was only 3 rows, not a big deal. So I redid it. I was so I already delivered it. She loved it. It was so nice. And actually a lot of other people were impressed and they want their own. So we'll see how I do if I make another one. But this was so fun to make. I'm definitely in the mood to do a no-brainer project. I want to do a no-brainer project, and the hexagon kind of was a no-brainer, but I did have to figure it out a little bit, but it was so easy to figure out. I didn't care for any of the videos that were available, so I definitely did my own thing. Okay, number 5, another hexagon project. So this is such a cool pattern. I absolutely love the colors of this. Now, that one color kind of looks black, but I think it's like a navy blue. So but you can make it any color you want, of course. I mean, this screams fall to me, and I've had this pattern. I believe it is free, but I love that it has lines as well as hexagons. So it's just so cool. I love this pattern. I want to make it, but I just need to find the right yarn, because I tend to have 1 or 2 of each skein of yarn, but I don't have enough of each color. And I am still whittling down my stash, even after I brought in that huge, ginormous bag of yarn on a roll. Man, that was a lot of yarn. I don't even know. But I really, really love this pattern. I love it. I love it so much. Let me know what you think. Tell me if any of these patterns are speaking to you. Now, almost all of these patterns that I'm showing you, I already own, with the exception of this one. So I envy the sock knitters. I so want to know how to knit socks. Well, I see a few of the crocheters are trying to do crochet socks, and it's becoming more and more prevalent. I'm seeing more and more crochet sock patterns, and way back, Marley Bird came out with a sock pattern bundle, crochet along. I don't know. She does these things where you can get the pattern and then they have little videos about it. Well, I bought it. Well, I have not been able to crochet any of those socks. You're supposed to start with the easiest one, and I believe it's called the Mockingbird. Well, here's mine. I gave it another try, and now this fits my foot, but I am at the part where it's at where we separate for the ankle, and that is where I'm confused. Now, all of this was still confusing to me, but I managed to get it. It has a very cool design. It has like a shell pattern, and then on the back is a flat, a single crochet type of stitch. Now, the first time I tried this, I barely got to the toe when I first tried it. So I'm like, okay, now I have more experience. I've made garments and blankets and amigurumi, and I've, increased a lot. So I thought, let me try this again, because I have all these sock patterns and I've yet to be able to do them. Now, I love that it has no holes. It's a very flexible sock. I'm using the Crochet sock. I got 3 of these, and so I thought maybe I could make a sock. Well, I'm stuck on the heel part. So that's where I'm at. And to think that I have to make another foot. Anyways, which brings me to my next pattern. Heart Hook Home maybe has a pattern style that appeals to me better, or that I'm more easily understanding. And so I have not bought this pattern because I had so many of these, but I just may go to the Herringbone Sock by Heart Hook Home. Now this looks like a very simple stitch design. There's no pattern. It looks like a stitch repeat, a same stitch over and over. So it's got one stitch to follow. So I may start hers, get a sense of how this sock is coming out, become a little more experienced, and come back to my sock bundle from Marley Bird. But I really love this sock, and I do know that she is a very good designer at Heart Hook Home, so I may give that a try. Let me know if there's a sock pattern that you find easy. Let me know if you have a sock pattern that is easy that I can start with. Okay, but you know what? Because I've been having so much trouble with socks, I also decided to learn to knit. There is a new shop in my town, and they are teaching crochet, they're teaching knit, and they're teaching baking. I love this shop, and it's I'm so happy because my friend Dina and I decided to go take a knitting class, and it was so cool. Now, mind you, this was only like an hour and a half or 2-hour class. So we learned the basic knit stitch, and I learned to knit. So I decided to make a washcloth. Now this one has mistakes because I'm sometimes drop, or I'm not catching, or I'm making too many. I actually started out really well with this half. This half I got it all right. And I thought, oh, you know what? I know how to increase. So we start in the corner and then we just increase. Oh, sorry, this is my good side. So we start in the corner and we increase. And then I thought, okay, well, I know how to increase. I bet you decrease is just the same. Well, it turns out decrease is not just the same. You have to make another extra step in decreasing. But I love that I made something, and it doesn't matter, it's a little washcloth. It still feels amazing, and it's so cool. I love it. Now, I was using Hobby Lobby cotton, which is so dreamy, so this feels amazing. I didn't tie in my ends, so I did this in 1 week. So we started this knitting lesson, and then I completed that by the following week. So the second week we learned to purl. And so I started another project. Now this one's taking me a little longer, but this is also going to be a washcloth, and it's going to have like this weave pattern, but it's kind of hard to tell. So I'm doing 5 stitches of knit and 5 stitches of purl, and of course I'm still messing up because I'm still trying to get a handle of my little knitting needles. But this has been so fun. So sock knitting is coming. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get there, but you know, I'm only 2 weeks in. I think it's pretty good. So maybe by next fall I will have some socks knit. The shop is in Clovis. If you're local, the shop is in Clovis, and it's called Home Arts Designs Clovis, I believe. I will link their Instagram in the description box, but it's so much fun. It was so much fun. My friend and I also made apple pies. I don't think the directions were right in terms of baking because mine burned, but here it is. Here's a picture. We also took an apple baking class. But what's so fun is we're doing it together. We're not in our house. We're not getting like thinking about dinner. We're having a good time. It was just a lot of fun. Okay, this next one is a garment. Now this is called the Goldfinch sweater. This sweater is just so beautiful. Now what I love about this pattern is it kind of reminds me of the one I'm wearing now. This one is by right here. I'll tell you right here. She has a book. So this came out of the book. I was a tester. I was a tester for her book. Well, this pattern, oh my gosh, the Goldfinch pattern is so pretty. Now I love that it has some ease through the garment. I love the yoke of that garment. So I'm not a fan of sweaters that come up here, but with crochet, it doesn't seem to bother me so much because they're so flexible, like they just move. So this one does not bother me. But I love that this one has a very open scoop neck type. So I love those type of sweaters. I don't like these so much. But in terms of crochet, this one seems to be fine for me. I've showed this one in a previous video. It has bobbles here and then it has bobbles going this way, but it's all the way around. I really love this Goldfinch one. Love the texture and the swoop. I also really appreciate the sleeve, that it is a 3/4 inch. Now I'm kind of, I don't like sleeves that hang, like you can't do this to them. This one I can, but I feel like I have to like work at it. So there we go. Now they're not gonna fall. But I really need sweaters to be able to do that at least. Well, this one is already a 3/4 inch sleeve. I love that. So I'm not going to snag so much. When I go to wash dishes, it's not going to get in the way and get wet where I can do that. I love it that it has a 3/4 inch sleeve. I'm sure you could make it longer. I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure she has it in her pattern. I haven't completely read it all the way through, but this is one I want to make. Okay, next up is an Amigurumi pattern. This is Ellie the Fox. Now, this pattern is so adorable. I have made one of her patterns before. It came in a bundle that I was able to get, and it was a fox, a bunny, and a cat. And I already made the cat. I don't think I'll be able to find the picture, but I know these patterns. I know that they're easy to follow, and they are perfect. I mean, I love that it's like in a doll form. It has a dress and those little Mary Jane shoes with the little button on the side, and I love the little sock detail. Is so cute. So I really want to make this fox, and nothing really screams fall than foxes. Okay, Next up is another garment pattern, and this one is so unique. Look at that yoke. That is so cool. All those little triangles. Now, believe it or not, this pattern is designed as easy. Now, the hardest part of this whole thing is just going to be that yoke part, but it looks easy because you're just making triangles and you're doing it on repeat and you're increasing with every round. It is titled as beginner friendly. It's like total beginner. And if you notice, the rest of the garment is just an easy stitch. I think it's single crochet if I'm not mistaken. Now again, I love that open neck because this can be a very awesome transition piece for you to wear during any season, a spring or fall, depending on what color you want to crochet it. But being that it's open, it will be cool. And if you did this in a very, I wonder what yarn. I believe this is designed for a number 2 weight yarn. So a sport weight, a fine or sport or baby cotton. So you know it's going to be very soft, very easy on the skin and very breathable on the skin. And she used a 3mm hook. So very doable. I want to make this one. This would be a standout piece. I would look forward to making that. Okay, the 10th pattern I have for you is an amigurumi. Now I'm going to blow your mind if you have not already seen these. Now let me prepare you. This is not your typical designer. She has her own unique style. Let's take a look at her Etsy shop. Oh my goodness. I just love this designer. Every time I see one of her characters, I'm just so amazed by all the cute little dolls she makes and how quirky and unique they are. I just love them. And I have not tried any of her patterns, but I want to give this girl a try. Her name is Helena. And look at that hairstyle. Look at her little outfit and those eyes. Look at those eyes. I can't wait to make one of these. Now, my list of to-dos and all the things that I've been dipping my hands in have just kept me from making one of these dolls, but I so look forward to making one of these. I just love it. Right now, something that's taking up all of my time is my quilt that I'm making for my youngest son. I mentioned it quite a few videos ago in a sewing video, and it is so pretty. I've almost finished quilting it. I am hand quilting it, so it takes time, and I'm just enjoying it so much. I love it so much, and I look forward to giving it to him. So that's just taking a lot of my time. And then of course the little other projects that I've been dipping my hands in that I've crocheted already. You know, this character reminds me of is that she's like a character from Dr. Seuss. What else does she remind you of? Also, the Three Witches. Hocus Pocus. She also reminds me of Hocus Pocus. I think it's so funny. It's so cute. I look forward to making one of these. I just got to make one of these. Okay. Now, next up, a bonus pattern. I know we already went through 10 projects. I didn't give a countdown, but you know, hey, here's a bonus pattern. So, Autumn English. Socially, she is a very good designer. I believe she has books. She's a very good designer. I have had this pattern to make for fall, and it is the Bear Girl, the Autumn the Bear Girl. I've been wanting to make this for years. I've had this pattern and I've never done it. And it looks so simple, but yet so sweet. I finally did it. However, it is not in It wasn't a fall doll. So I was commissioned to do a doll resembling this character, and I didn't have the pattern available, but there was one pattern available that was completely different style. Well, I decided to take Autumn the Bear Girl and make her look like this. Here we go. Now, her hair decided to curl when I was working on her because, you know, it just does that. Or some yarns do that while others are a little more relaxed. Well, I think she came out adorable. So I decided to do that doll version. And I just took her outfit and did the best I could. I put that little chain on her like you see here. And I wanted to make sure I gave her lips. I have 2 strings here that I don't know if I'm going to keep everything the way it is, so I just wanted to make sure. But I think she came out so cute. So this is Autumn the Bear Girl. And I think I did pretty good. I hope she likes her. She is, you know, pretty big. She's about 13 inches tall. So here she is. She's so cute. Big difference from Autumn the Bear Girl. But I hope she likes her. But not only did I make this pattern, here is the other pattern that she gave me. The other pattern is one that I bought to do this character. But I don't know this show. I'll put the name of it here. I was commissioned to make this doll. So here she is. Here she is. So there's that pattern. The only thing I didn't make is those little sleeve caps. And I did not have any gold like jewelry to put here. I did use like this gold shimmery yarn to do the details, so that's cool. So there she is. This was so hard because of so many details. So there she is. I hope she likes her. Now this pattern even has ears. I think should I give her a mouth? I think I should give her a mouth too. I put eyelashes on her. I don't know if you could see that. So those are from the Dollar Tree, those little stick-on eyelashes. They probably are gonna come off, but I just thought it's for her granddaughter and she's old enough to know, you know, if she plays with her. It's okay if they come off, and if she puts more on, she can just get some at the Dollar Tree, no biggie. Stick some more on, put them on her other dolls. So there is my final pattern for fall. So there was quite the mix of patterns. That is my fall lineup of crochet things that I'd like to make. If you have one that you like if you have one on your list that maybe you didn't get to, or maybe you did, put it down in the comments. Tell me what you want to make. What's one thing on your list? So if you'd like to stick around and find out what I've been doing in the past month that I have not made a video, here is my new puppy. We named her Betty Boo because she's a little scaredy cat. She was found on the streets and she was taken in, and I rescued her from a shelter. It's a really cool place to adopt animals. If you would like to adopt, the place that I adopted from was called Animal Compassion Team. They do a phenomenal job of hooking you up with your right pet. So they have you fill out an application, and then you go in and meet the puppies. You go and meet the dogs. You get to hang out with them with your family in a family room. So it has like a couch and some chairs and some treats and room for you to play and hang out with the dog to see if it's a right fit for you. And they really do a good job of preparing your animal before they get adopted. So they put them up immediately on their website, and then while they're in their care, they practice walking on a leash, they practice putting him in kennels, they practice all the things, potty training, they practice all of that until they get adopted. So I just think she was the sweetest little thing when we went to go meet her. She does not bark. She's very quiet. She loves treats. It's just been fun having a dog in the house again. So she's in our new part of our little pack now, and she's just so adorable, and she's a good size. She's not too small, not too big. She's just perfect. Okay, and then you all know if you are not new here, I was going to be a Mima. It is official. I am now a Mima. I am a grandma. I had so much fun. I have such a cute little bundle. So I got to be a part of the birth, and I got to be a part of the first bath. It's been so precious. It's just bringing so much joy. I love it, love it, love it. It's so much fun. So yeah, I got to spend time with my little baby, my little grandson. And I've been connecting with friends and learning to knit and quilt, and of course it's going to be Thanksgiving, so I'm hosting this. I actually have been hosting Thanksgiving for the last 5 or 6 years, so hosting Thanksgiving, and so I'm just busy with that. I've been learning to bake bread. I've just been really enjoying getting my hands into new things and trying new things, and I'm just enjoying it. I really wanted to make a video, and I just hadn't been able to. So hopefully I will see you again soon, and until next time, bye.